Well, welcome back, and I am joined with the legend of the small screen, Vicki Michelle. Now then, Vicki, I grew up watching you on Hello Hello back in the 80s.
Excuse me, may I say something? They shot him. You cannot have sadly missed. There should be a poem. The rifle's fired, the bullets hit. How we shall miss that little man. And pray it didn't hurt a bit.
And as we said earlier, comedy, I think, was so much funnier then. But there were certain things in those comedies that we probably wouldn't get away with today due to the woke culture. Just tell me what it was like in that programme.
Well, when I was doing comedy, I mean, it was laugh out loud comedy. Yeah. So we had David Croft, Jeremy Lloyd writing brilliant scripts, sort of schoolboy humour, and it made you laugh out loud. And I think the secret to it was we sent up everyone. It wasn't like we sent up the Germans, the French, and the English. We sent everyone up, and it was accepted. And I think, comedy at that time, you could laugh out loud.
So I guess watching things like Dad's Army in the 70s, then Hello Hello in the early 80s, there were certain jokes that were targeted at young people, what young people got, and then the older generation. Because when I watched the reruns, I thought that wasn't funny as a child. No. But it is now. So it's incredible, isn't it?
Well, it is. It was like little things like when I think Renee was passing the not first sausage under the table to Gruber, But the kids think it's a sausage and that's really funny, and then the grown-ups were getting the double entendre on that one. But it was schoolboy. But I think the gift of it was that it actually made you laugh out loud, and we recorded it with a live audience. So you got that reaction.
Yeah, I mean, moving on a little bit to the later 80s when it was still around your programme, I guess it was the sort of thing. I was a coal miner at the time, working down the pits in Nottinghamshire, and it was, did you see Hello Hello last night, or did you see Dad's Army last night? And we'd sort of replay the scene sometimes and say sayings that come out, and I will say this only once, and and all these things. It was just brilliant at the time.
I think it was used in all of the phrases because everyone had their stupid boy Pike.
Yes,
you stupid boy. Don't tell him Pike. And, Hello Hello was listened very carefully, you stupid woman. And I think people got used to those phrases and they used them in their everyday language, so it became part of our language.
So why is it that we still watch programmes like Hello Hello and Dad's Army and Rising Damp and programmes like that, and we still find them absolutely hilarious, but they're not making programmes like that anymore?
I don't know. It is a quandary, because I think that in today's society people need to laugh. We need things to make us laugh. Everything is, I think everything seems to be targeted to depress people. Yeah. And I think if we had those old comedies back where you could laugh out loud, it would be better for everyone. And I think that's why, I mean, Hello Hello's on Yesterday Channel on Sunday, so they're doing four programmes, and they get really big viewing figures because people want to laugh. They want something to laugh at.
So you played a French lady in Hello Hello. How was your French?
Fabulous.
Yeah? Can you speak French?
No, English.
And how much
petit peu.
Petit peu. And how much of the programme was actually filmed in France?
None. No, we filmed in Norfolk.
Really? That's where Dad's Army were filmed?
Exactly. Yeah. And do you know why that is? Because David Croft lived there.
It's funny that, because you can see that, programmes like Dad's Army and Hello Hello and You Rang My Lord, I think it was the same writers and the same sort of comedy. Absolutely brilliant.
But they were all filmed around there, and also you've got some of the old army bases around there. So you had the Nissen huts, and all of that sort of thing that you could use for the series. And obviously David was there and he knew everyone. So
what do you think, Vicki, when you see some of these old comedies from the 70s and 80s, when they have a disclaimer before they come on, say some people might find this offensive due to racism or especially Dad's Army and Hello Hello with the references to the German army and Nazis?
Yeah, but we got the same back as the English, stupid English, and I think we all have the facility to laugh at ourselves. And I think that if you're watching comedy should be to let you laugh out loud. And I think people should be able to choose. If people want to choose, then they can choose what to watch or not. And I always say, well, if you think it's politically incorrect or something, don't watch. You know, I mean, you have a choice. We have a choice.
What makes you laugh today? Which programmes?
Not a lot. No. I think that, you know, I do like watching the old programmes. In fact, in lockdown, we started watching LOLO, and you'd laugh out loud on that. Now I have to start watching, because I'm not watching so much television.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm going to start watching the new programmes to put. But you know, there used to be like there's like Catherine Tate. That was funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
You know,
That's really funny.
and the two boys. David Williams and what was the name of
Well, I
this?
think they've banned that, haven't they?
Have they?
Little Britain. They've
Little
banned
Britain.
That. Yeah, they've
Have they
banned that.
that?
Yeah, it's banned that.
I think they should just ban everything.
Yeah.
You know, because
Let's all stop at home and be miserable and not laugh at anything.
absolutely,
Yeah.
I think that would be let's be the miserable people. I think it's unfair, and we have a choice. Watch it, don't watch it. Your choice.
So, what was your favourite part of LOLO?
Oh God, do you know what? I loved all of it. I think you know, when we all worked together.
Did you laugh a lot when you was making it?
Yes.
Yeah?
But when we were filming it, you know, it was really difficult because
Yeah.
you've got some really, you know, there's some laughs in there. And you know, when you're rehearsing, that there's that certain bit where someone always tends to go.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We had to be very careful when we were filming, because David Croft said, "I'm not going to go back and
Yeah.
film it. You either
Yeah.
get it or you don't." And but working with the cast, all brilliant in their roles, I think was a joy, and we did have a laugh. Yeah.
So you did a really good impression in the bar earlier of Joe Cotton.
Oh, yes.
God, that was really, really good. How did you find that, EastEnders?
Well, do you know, my whole life people have said to me, "Why are you not in EastEnders?"
Yeah.
And now I am. I think John Cannon is the casting
Yeah.
director, and he got me in to read for this part, and I read the script, and the script's brilliant.
Yeah.
And she is a feisty character.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm looking for Rocky.
And you are?
I'm Josephine Cotton. Is my husband in? I mean, she's feisty, completely different from Yvette in LOLO.
Yeah.
But she's strong, she's feisty, and she's got some great line. Darren Little is one of the writers. He's written me some brilliant lines.
Okay. So, Vicki, that's been amazing chatting to
bless
you.
you.
You are a legend. My friends will be well gel.
Well gel.
Well gel that spoke today.